Well, friends, at long last, Donald Trump's first criminal trial. His prosecution for trying to interfere in the 2016 presidential election will kick off in a New York courtroom on March 25th. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. Well, friends, in the many criminal prosecutions of Donald Trump, we finally got our first trial date. It's the New York case in which Donald Trump tried to interfere in the 2016 presidential election, also referred to as the hush money case, also referred to as the falsifying business records case. The presiding judge, Judge Juan Merchan, just denied all of Donald Trump's spaghetti at the wall motions, and Judge Merchan reinforced and reaffirmed that the trial will begin on March 25th. So let's start with the new reporting, and then let's have a quick look at Judge Merchan's newly issued order in the case. Let's start with the reporting. This from Reuters. Headline, Trump to stand trial on March 25th in New York criminal hush money case. And that article begins, Donald Trump will become the first former U.S. president to stand trial on criminal charges after a New York judge on Thursday set a March 25th trial date and denied Trump's request to dismiss the case, which stems from hush money paid to a porn star. Justice Juan Merchan's ruling during a testy hearing in Manhattan means that Trump will stand trial in at least one of the 4 criminal cases he faces as he pursues the Republican nomination to challenge Democratic President Joe Biden in the November 5 U.S. election. Trump, 77, had asked Merchan to toss the 34-count indictment, which charges him with falsifying business records to cover up a $130,000 payment to porn star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Merchan took less than 10 minutes to deny Trump's request and confirm the trial date. Merchan said the trial could last 5 or 6 weeks, ending in late April or early May. Trump has pleaded not guilty to the charges brought by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, a Democrat. A guilty verdict would not prevent Trump from running for president or taking office, even if incarcerated. But Reuters' Ipsos polling has found a conviction could erode his support among voters. Friends, can I add here that it wouldn't prevent him from running for president or even holding office, even if he was incarcerated? But you know what? A state criminal conviction like the one he's facing in New York is pardon-proof. A presidential pardon cannot be used to do away with, get rid of, negate a state court criminal conviction. The article continues. Trump attended the hearing, sitting next to his lawyers at the defense table and occasionally conferring with them. Trump's lawyer, Todd Blanche, told the judge during the hearing that it would not be fair for him to stand trial while running for president. Quote, it should not happen in this country, Blanche said. Judge Merchan responded, that's not a legal argument. I'll see you on March 25th. Can you imagine, friends, a self-respecting attorney standing up in court and saying something like, it shouldn't happen in this country? You know, I can only guess that his next line was going to be, it's a witch hunt. But, you know, Judge Merchan's got Donald Trump's number, and what did he say? That's not a legal argument. I'll see you on March 25th. That would be the first day of trial. So now, friends, what I want to do is turn to Judge Merchan's newly issued order denying, knocking down all of Donald Trump's spaghetti at the wall motions to dismiss. It's a 30-page order, and I'm going to try to give you a flavor of it and get through most of Donald Trump's claims in about 2 minutes. The case is captioned, "The People of the State of New York Against Donald J. Trump, Defendant." And here's just a flavor of Judge Merchan's 30-page order. Donald Trump complains of pre-indictment delay. Defendant Trump moves to dismiss the indictment on the grounds that he was prejudiced as a result of an alleged pre-indictment delay. The court cannot find that the defendant has been prejudiced by the pre-indictment delay, and this court finds that the defendant was not deprived of his due process rights. Defendant's motion for dismissal of the indictment on the grounds of pre-indictment delay is therefore denied. Trump tries again and complains of the sufficiency of the charges. The charges and the evidence supporting the charges are just not sufficient. This court finds that legally sufficient evidence was presented to the grand jury to satisfy this element of the crimes charged. The grand jury, when viewing this evidence, could find reasonable cause that an offense was committed and that the defendant, Donald Trump, committed it. Namely, that defendant possessed the requisite intent to defraud either the voting public, the government, or both. I'm going to go with both. Judge Merchan's order continues. Trump tries again. Selective prosecution. Yeah, that's the one. Defendant Trump moves to dismiss the indictment on the grounds that the District Attorney of New York allegedly targeted him for prosecution in violation of the Equal Protection Clause of both the United States and the New York State Constitution. Defendant has failed to demonstrate a reasonable probability of success on the merits of these claims, and therefore his application for a hearing and additional discovery on the issue of selective prosecution is denied. Trump tries again, dismissing the indictment as time-barred under the statute of limitations. Defendant Trump moves to dismiss the indictment on the grounds that the charges are time-barred, but alas, the court finds the indictment was timely brought. Trump tries again. Alleged grand jury secrecy violations. Defendant Trump claims that the rules regarding grand jury secrecy have been violated and that information leaked to the press that has prejudiced defendant to such a degree that it warrants dismissal of the indictment. The court has considered the arguments of the respective parties in tandem with careful examination of the grand jury minutes and finds the defendant's claims are without merit. So the good news, friends, is that no one will need to scrape any spaghetti off the wall because none of it stuck. And you know, Donald Trump has been playing musical chairs with his criminal cases for so long, hoping the music would never stop, but the music just stopped. And Donald Trump will be made to sit in the defendant's chair in a courtroom in Manhattan, and he will face the music. And you know, based on the quality and the quantity of the evidence against him as it's been reported over the last year or two, it is very likely that Donald Trump will be not only the first former president indicted for crimes he committed, but the first former president convicted of crimes he's committed. And you know why? Because justice matters. Friends, we're getting there. We've been waiting a very long time, but we're getting there. So please keep holding on. And as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.